Too late, he sighed. For me, life has become a long parade of corpses. My only comfort is to count those who have not yet left, those who age with me. Sunken in his leather wing chair, worn from years of use, Surinaga caressed its arms the way another man might caress the arms of a woman. His long white fingers took such deliberate pleasure from this that the lawyer seemed to be saying, "The flesh decays, the chair endures. Take your pick, one skin or the other." Surinaga was seated near a fireplace that was lit day and night, even in warm weather, as if cold were a state of mind, something like the spiritual temperature of the boss's soul. His pale face revealed a network of blue veins, giving him a translucent though healthy appearance, in spite of the minute web of wrinkles that spread between his balding cranium and his well-shaved chin, forming tiny eddies of old flesh around his lips and thick curtains above his gaze that, in spite of everything, was penetrating and watchful. Even more so, perhaps, because his aged flesh had caused his pitch-black eyes to sink deep into his skull. "So, how do you like my house, counselor?" "Very much, Don Eloy." "A dreary mansion, large beyond all need," the old lawyer recited in a strange trance. He was a rare bird, considering his species, I thought as I listened to him. A Mexican lawyer who quoted English poetry. The old man smiled again. "So you see, my dear Yves Navarro, the advantage of living a long life is the opportunity to learn more than one's circumstances alone would allow." "Circumstances?" I asked in good faith, not certain what Surinaga was talking about. "Sure," he said as he brought together his long, pale fingers. "You descend from a great family. I ascend from an unknown tribe. You have forgotten what your ancestors knew. I have learned what mine never knew." He extended his hand and again caressed the beautiful worn leather of his comfortable armchair. I laughed. "Don't be so sure. Being a wealthy landowner in the 19th century in no way guaranteed a cultivated mind. More likely the opposite. My forefathers had a hacienda in Querétaro where they grew maguey and fermented it to make pulque liquor. That sort of operation wouldn't have been especially conducive to the enlightenment of its owners, that's for sure." The light from the burning logs played on our faces, like murky remains of sunlight. "My ancestors were not interested in knowing," I added, "just in owning." "Have you ever asked yourself, Licenciado Navarro, why the so-called upper classes in Mexico never hang on to their stations long?" "It must be a sign of the country's health, Don Eloy. It means that there's social mobility in Mexico, movement, the possibility of bettering one's position, a permeability of class boundaries. Those of us who lost everything during the revolution, and we had a lot to lose, not only accepted it, we applauded the fact." Eloy Surinaga rested his chin on his clasped hands and looked at me with understanding. "The problem is that, in the Americas, we are all colonials. Here only the Indians can be true aristocrats. The European conquistadors, the colonizers, were commoners, the hoi polloi, ex-cons. On the other side of the ocean, the Old World bloodlines prolong themselves, not only because they date back centuries, but also because they don't depend, like we do, on immigration. Take Germany. No Hohenstaufen had to cross the Atlantic to make his fortune.